exciting to be here. I mean, anytime that you have such a great media event for not just our conference, but for women's basketball, it just says a lot about the direction that our league is going. And, you know, they've made it fun too. You have the traditional interviews, but they did have that whole segment on social media and picking out emojis. And so I think that really lends itself to, you know, the generation of fans and recruits and that we're trying to bring in. We're very optimistic. I think, you know, bringing back a team that had great experience last year, won 19 games, finished really well in conference play, and bringing back many of those key pieces as well as adding some key pieces has lent ourselves to great optimism. You know, with that being said, we know that there's still a lot of hard work to be done, and we have a very tough non-conference schedule, and so we've got to get this team going early and being ready very quickly. But so far, we're off to a good start. Well, all three of them will be very, very important pieces for us, no doubt about it. And you know, Lefty has been an all-conference player for multiple years here in Conference USA, and I still think that she can be better. And that's the really cool thing about her, is that every year her game has gotten better. But for her, you know, I think being a senior, she just has a little different bounce about her. And some of that has been conversations with coaching staff, as we want more out of her. You know, with any player who's your best player, we want more out of her in terms of her leadership and you know, just the way that she conducts herself every single day. I think that she's really holding herself to a high standard and looks every day like she should, that she's one of the best players in this league. Grace and Laya will just continue to get better. I mean, both of them had great freshman years last year. Laya had an outstanding freshman year with a torn labrum in her shoulder. So, you know, when you think about what that young lady can do when she's fully healthy, when she's fully understanding our system, being a point guard full-time now, she is just going to continue to grow. And I think the same with Grace. I mean, obviously she came on very, very strong in conference play. You know, I thought she was the best freshman in the league, and you know, she's always going to play with that chip on the shoulder, that she wants to be considered the best, and she wants to help lead Charlotte to a championship. And so, you know, I'll go into battle with a kid like that any day. Yeah, well, I think someone that gets left out a lot is Sierra Gregory. You know, most people don't remember that Sierra led us in scoring in non-conference, and she was having a tremendous year until she got hurt. She hurt her ankle, which required surgery in the off season, and you know, that hurt our team down the stretch. And I think, you know, like I said, I think Sierra kind of gets forgotten because in conference play she wasn't the player she was in non-conference, but she is now fully healthy. She's doing very well in practice, and so I think, you know, she's going to bring a whole nother element that quite frankly I don't think this league is prepared for. And then Kenya Ali is another example of, you know, kind of a sleeping giant. I mean, she played very well for us in the non-conference, suffered some injuries, missed most of Conference USA play, which was very difficult for us. We lost our shot blocker, we lost that presence in the paint, and so to have her back healthy is going to be a huge lift to our team as well. Yeah, I mean, unfortunately we don't know that because we haven't had this group of players together fully healthy, but, you know, certainly we can picture it, and we think that that our group, you know, has a chance to really compete, you know, to be one of the best teams in this league. And there's a lot of ifs that go into that. I know as a team we have to continue to improve defensively and rebounding wise, and I know as coaches we have to continue to figure out ways to make sure our players are playing on the court in game day to the best of their ability. And so, you know, we're going to do our job to put those pieces together, but I have to say I really like my pieces. Yeah, I mean, number one, it's a mentality for us. And, you know, I've said this, that last year our focus was on offense. We changed our offense. That required a lot of time and energy and effort, and it paid off for us. I mean, not only were we the best in Conference USA, we were top 25 in the country in both field goal percentage and scoring per game. I mean, that says a lot about our ability to score, but, you know, as you alluded to, we've still finished 4th in the league. We have to stop people. And, you know, I don't have an expectation as a coach that we'll be the best defensive team, or maybe not even in the top 5, but we have to be better than 10. We have to find a way to just get better. Even if we can get better by 6 or 8 points a game defensively, that's going to be huge for us. And that's my job as a coach going into this season, of telling and setting the standard to our girls that defense is non-negotiable. If you're not playing defense, then you're not going to be playing. And I think our players understand that's where we are as a coaching staff. I think they've put in more effort and focus and just want to on the defensive end. And already I can see improvement. And we're doing things right now this year at a higher level than we did all of last year defensively. Well, the second part of when you look at statistics-wise, we have to be better as a rebounding team, and that goes into your defense as well. So, last year we were not a great rebounding team either. Kenya Ali being out for the year, or being out for much of conference play, certainly hurt us because she's a fantastic rebounder for us. But, we would be able to get stops, and then we wouldn't be able to finish with the rebound. And so again, if we can just eliminate offensive rebounds that we're allowing by just a handful, 2, 3 a game, that's going to make a difference for us. So those are probably defensively, defense, rebounding, those are the 2 main focuses for us. And then, our program, we don't think about where we're going to be in March at this point in time. Our focus is to get 1% better every single day. If you come and watch us practice, if you're in our huddle, you'll hear us talk about that. It is not about what's happening 3 months from now, 5 months from now. How can I get better at the end of the day? And then if I focus on that every single day, then I'm going to be better and our team's going to be better at the end of the week. And that's the most important thing for us, and I think our players have really bought into that. I mean, we have I think over 80% winning percentage at home, and it's not often that we don't have a year that we win double figures games at home. And so we love playing at home. Our crowd is great when people come out and fill that bottom bowl and are on their feet. And our Education Day game is one of our favorite of the year because we'll get thousands of kids, and it's just a tough place to play, a great environment. We're very lucky that we're supported well by our administration, and it matters to Charlotte that our women's basketball players are supported, and our girls know that. And so when they come out on the court, they want to represent and they want to put out a product that our fans and our community are proud of.